early in the morning. I decided I wanted to start using the things that are in that basket because the basket is driving me crazy, and now I have moved the basket from the counter into the laundry room. So I keep having to go in there and move the basket so I can do laundry. So now I'm tired and sick and tired of the basket. So now we are going to use the things in it. There was a cinnamon container and a vanilla sugar container. I've combined them. Let's make cinnamon rolls. They just scream that they want to be made. Let's do it. Now, I'm going to be using my bread machine to make the dough. You might say that's cheating. I say, no, it's smart. So, let's get going. 1 1/4 cups of water. That's a quarter. 1 ounce of tallow or 2 tablespoons of butter. Chopped up and placed in the bottom. The next part will be so much easier if you take a little bit of spritz of olive oil and run it all around the edges. 1 tablespoon of dark molasses and 2 tablespoons of honey. Okay, let's go grind some flour. Now we're going to put 3 1/2 cups of hard white wheat freshly ground. There's the half. Put a little dent in there. You're going to need it. 2 tablespoons of dry milk powder. 1 1/2 tablespoons of Vital wheat gluten. I get mine from Azure Standards. And just when you have it, just helps up the protein so that it rises better. And then 1 1/2 teaspoons of salt. And I put that on the other side. Follow your bread machine's instructions. 2 teaspoons of your active dry yeast, favorite brand of choice. Time for the magic to happen. Plop it in your bread machine. Set it to the dough cycle and hit start and walk. Now in my head I have 1 hour and 50 minutes, which means I need to exercise, get ready for the day, and get started before that thing dings, so the race is on. It just beeped. We're done. We're going to open it up. There is our bread dough. We're going to turn this off and unplug it, and let's get... Now I'm going to take a stick of butter, 1 stick. I'm probably not going to use the whole stick, but we're just going to... I just got ready for the day. And we're going to stick it in the microwave and melt it. I figure out which pan I want to use, so I'm going to use the big one, so remind me if I don't like the big one that I don't want to use the big one next time. Okay. A little bit more. We want it to be melted. Take some of your leftover flour and dust your surface. Pour just a little bit of butter. You just want to coat the pan. Dump out your bread dough on the floured surface and start rolling it out. Take your butter and generously paint it on. This is the same bread dough recipe I use for my sandwich bread, my hamburger buns, my dinner rolls, everything. It's the same exact recipe. And then take your sugar and cinnamon with vanilla, drop the lid, and generously, and I mean generously, sprinkle it all over. I should probably tell you, if you're going through perimenopause or menopause and you're still having hot flashes and you keep your house really, really cold, you're going to want to turn your oven on to keep warm just for a few seconds to get that oven warm, and turn the light on because that's where you're going to proof your cinnamon rolls. Just for the heck of it, drizzle a little bit more butter on. This is going to be messy to roll up. This is where you start the rolling up phase. You're going to pick a side and you're just going to start rolling it up, keeping it as tight as possible and working it as you go. Contemplating if I should add nuts. Nah. Keep rolling. And as you roll, you can kind of stretch to the sides. Yeah. If it sticks on the board, just use your scraper to unstick it. Keep rolling. instantly regretting that I did not add nuts. Now it's time to slice it. So we have one long tube. We want to fit it in here. We're going to cut it in half, and then we're going to figure out how wide they need to be. It's all guessing game. But first, I'm going to coat the bottom with some sugar because I want to use up all the sugar. And it just sounds good. This is what we have, but we have these two little tiny pieces left and they cannot go to waste because those will be my taste testers. So I'm just going to stuff them right in here and move these down just a little bit. There. Now I still have some butter left. I'm gonna have butter left and I'm gonna coat the tops of them with just a dab of butter. And then I'm going to sprinkle the tops of them with some more sugar because I have sugar. I normally wouldn't do that, but I really don't want to have any more sugar. What do you say we make a frosting with the rest of this? Okay, this is going to go into the oven. It's about 70 to 80 degrees in there. Be a really nice little home for it to warm up for 30 minutes. 30 minutes is up. I set my oven to 375. I'm going to pop these in and we're going to bake them for about 15-20 minutes just to check them, just until they're done. We'll be back. Oh my gosh, look at that. Do they not look amazing? Look at the bubbling. It's gonna have a nice caramely bits on the bottom. Oh, now we're gonna let them cool and then we're gonna make a frosting for them. And then I'm literally going to go outside because I cannot be in the house with those also in the house. I was not going to show you the frosting that I made for the cinnamon rolls because I was just like, it's just frosting, like whatever. I had a little bit of that butter left. I threw it in here. I took 2 ounces of cream cheese, approximately 2 ounces of cream cheese. I threw it in here. I took another 5 tablespoons of butter and threw it in here. And then I took a lot of that cinnamon and sugar and threw it in here. And then I took some powdered sugar and just put some scoopsfuls in. And then I blended it all together and it is this amazing vanilla cinnamony sugar frosting. It is absolutely to die for, and it is going on all of these cinnamon rolls. It's like I'm slathering it. I'm slathering it because you know what? Yeah, and then I'm gonna cut them up and freeze them because that's what you do in this house when you don't want to eat them all. Or I'll give them to people that come knocking on my door. That's right. That's just it. Here you go. I'm just gonna tell you right now, this is absolutely divine. I'm gonna gain weight today. We can't forget the rest of the cinnamon and sugar. And there you go. Absolutely delicious. I simply must leave this kitchen right now because it's not safe for me. Bye, you guys. Now you know what I know.